Sup 7. Let's knock the brightness on a bit. Sweet, okay, cool. So, Crumbs, I'll be interested to hear your comments on this type of a roundabout stroke intersection. I know you're a huge fan of intersections and, yeah, pretty damn good at them as well. This is one I've been working on, and it's not commonly used, but it's an interesting roundabout concept. I've done it right-hand drive. So basically, when you're coming up, let me find the bit I've detailed. I think it is this end. Oh, come on. Right, okay. So when you're driving down the freeway, or whatever you want to class it as, motorway from the UK, you've got two options. You've got lane 1, 2, 3 or 4. Lane 1 takes you straight into this middle section, which I'm going to create into a little industrial zone. And then you've got a roundabout of your choice to choose which one you go out on. We have then got lanes 2 and 3, which takes you under the bridge, and then you basically follow this roundabout round. Then you've got two options. So if you're in the first lane, you go all the way round and you go out to the left hand side. If you follow the third lane, you go all the way up north. And then obviously the fourth lane takes you out west. So first lane to the middle section, second lane goes east, no, west, sorry. So basically, middle section, lane 2 is to the left, lane 1 is straight over, and lane 4 is to the right. So quite an interesting concept. It's basically a roundabout that's completely fluent. There's no stopping, there's no junctions or anything. It's pretty much all go in this roundabout. And just fill out some of the space in the middle, I've just included this little businessy area here. So quite a unique roundabout, well, roundabout intersection, I'm not too sure what you want to call it, but a bit of a pig to detail. So we're gonna chill out and try and get some detailing done. So I've done one section, well, started on one section, so we'll see how we get on with the rest. Looks a bit bright there, it does. Let's knock this down a little bit. Okay. So I've got to try and think where I got up to. So we've got some foliage down here. Yeah, it's an interesting idea, isn't it, Crumbs? It's not one that I've certainly driven on or seen, but the concept itself is quite fascinating, really. It's a completely fluent roundabout. It reminds you of that one that you've done yourself, where it's similar to this, but a much smaller scale. But yeah, very, very speedy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the turbine interchange. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like that, but on a much larger scale. So yeah, now I'm pretty much at the point which, Crumbs, I know you tend to do quite often. It's drawing all the lines and getting things looking a little bit better, which is the most painful part. The fun part I've already done, creating the actual mechanism of it, and it all works perfectly well, as you see. The cars are all running on all lanes. It's just a case now of getting down and detailing it. So let's see what we can do here. So along this area, let's get the right, so let's clear this away. When I'm saying that, what you want, fill this in actually and just put some foliage around. Not all the way though, actually, you can leave some open. The best part, if only we could paint lines a lot easier than we actually do, life would be so much better. Right, what am I looking for? Let's go into foliage and pretty much get all of Videlmo's stuff up. So guys, if you haven't already, check out Crumbs McGee. I'm sure you're already well aware of him. He's a great YouTuber, fantastic designer. He does some excellent intersections, and I believe you're now just created your first map, haven't you, from what I recall? Be interested to see what you're going to do with that. Try and find the best combos. Yeah, I think I saw the screenshot. Is that? Do you mean the screenshot of the map you've built, or have you actually started working on the map itself? And what's the sort of theme for it? What's your plan for this this particular build? You haven't done one yet, have you? You've not done a complete sort of city or huge build. You've been doing your cool little small designs. You don't have Twitter? For the biggest fan of City Skylines, I thought you'd be following on all social media networks. I'm guessing you're using Twitch as your hub then. I'm not going to do all of the foliage on stream because that's going to be pretty damn boring. I want to work on some of the office area, get that sorted. Midwestern town. That sounds pretty damn good, and to be fair, the amount of detail we do, it's quite difficult to really do a full series. I forget how many series I got out of the British challenge I'd done, but that was pretty well, I wouldn't say laggy. I could still play the game. It was more of a case of the recording side of things. Doing time lapses kind of was hindered by how many props and assets I had down. I think I've done a good number of the videos in the British challenge, and I definitely hit the prop limiter because I remember the last 2 episodes I'd done. I had to start deleting props to be able to actually finish it, which was a little bit annoying, but unfortunately that's the sacrifice we have to take when we're building these sort of this sort of level. I say level, this sort of detail anyway. Fill out some of this and make this a bit more dense over here. And then we'll go back to the fine cluster. Just fill in these gaps. American cities. I've not done American City yet. I've done purely British so far. I guess in this is probably the closest I've done to an American build. I suppose I've done the Walking Dead series. That's American-esque, but obviously a lot different in terms of how I'm designing it. My next series as well, which will probably be commencing in a month or two, just getting a few custom builds being done at the moment for it. That will again not be American. Yeah, the grids are what I want to get away from, to be honest. I'm not a fan of grids. I mean, this is probably the closest I've ever done to a grid. If you've watched my British challenge, you'll see that that's far from grid-like. Claro, yeah, that's an absolutely amazing map. Definitely one that a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun on. Yeah, the short series are definitely the way to go. I mean, that's why I've started to do this new mini-series as well, the Let's Design series. It just gives me the ability to detail to an extent, high level, but not suffer from the frame rates. Although my new series, when it's available, when we start working on it, that will probably kill my computer because it is a very big project. But we're going to give it a go and see how we get on. The only tip I can, well, not the tip, the only idea I can give you is it's still European. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got an issue with building American cities. It's just I wanted to get away from that block design. I'm not a fan of that. I like things to be a little bit different. That's why I love to do all the British villages, etc. It just breaks things up, having all those sort of countryside roads, etc. It just makes life a little bit more entertaining for me. I get a bit bored when it's a bit repetitive, just like I'm doing here. So I probably will move on from doing this detailing very shortly. Move on to that middle section because I don't really want to get into too many line placing for the time being. This is what I want it to look like, so you can see what it's going to look like. Just don't want to bore everyone on stream. Let's get a few other bits over here. Let's do a few bits here just to bring this out, and we'll let the rest be covered with that grass. Okay, let's do some bush bit over here. A few little bits poking through. Grass a bit too high, isn't it, to fit much more from it, but here we go. A few bits to make it a bit more dense. Get a different green in here as well. I'm not a fan of that green. It's a bit dead grass. Crumbs, that's bit of a question for you. Do you have a certain sort of combination of foliage, or do you just mess around with things and wait until it looks decent? As I've done, I used to have a pattern I used in terms of the foliage to make it look similar throughout, but now I just enjoy experimenting, especially how many different types of foliage there is out there now. Kind of spoiled for choice. Construction site, that sounds good, man. By the airport, okay. If you want to throw links in, I don't know if I've got a blocker on here, I can't remember, it's been so long since I set it all up, but if you want to drop a link to that, by all means do so. If it don't work, don't blame me, I'll have to look at it. I don't think it'll ban you. Give it a try. If it bans you, I'll go back and unban you, but I don't think it will. I don't think I've set it up to ban anyone. It might just say you can't do it, but give it a quick go. Yeah, definitely. It's the best way now, and it's makes it more enjoyable, I think. Not that I never found it not enjoyable. I've always liked the whole foliage side of things, but there you go, it works. Told you. It's the point where I go in and ban you myself. Only joking. It must like you today then. Okay, so I need a bit of advice, guys. What should I do in these sections here? Do I just leave it as grass? Fill it up with trees? I don't know really. I don't want to do too much foliage, but I'm not sure what we can do in these areas. Can we get away with just leaving them? Windmills? What do you mean windmills? What, for these middle sections? Billboard adverts? Yeah, that could work, couldn't it? We can have some of the windmills in another section over here, perhaps. Make this into a field and put them over here. That's the thing as well. Like, if I'm trying, obviously this is right-hand drive and it's not a UK-based intersection, but in the UK it would just be pretty much grassland, really. I suppose we could raise this area up into a bit of a hill or something. Anyway, let's have a look at some offices first. We'll keep those ideas pending. Right. So there are a good amount of offices out now, especially the most recent ones that have been released by the workshop. So do we still have car parks? We do. Okay. Play around, I'm not sure which ones I've been using beforehand. Strange, why can't we go on both sides? Oh, I guess it's because the road isn't mapped out like that. Okay, never mind. We do that, and then just move this over. Get that in the middle, like so. So these are going to be the car parks for the offices. So we've got one office in. I really like this one. A nice modern looking area, and this is what I want to make this area be, because it's a, you know, I'm having the storyline that this is a new build here, so these offices are going to be very sort of expensive and high tech, you know, the sort of nice posh glass ones you tend to see in more newer modern builds. So let's just jump and have a look at what offices we've got. So again, I like these ones. Just plop that there for the time being. So it's going to be one per sort of area, really. Alright, they're not all going to stay here. I just want to see what they what the difference is between them. So these are the sort of ones I want to have. In fact, that one is pretty damn good. I think we'll go for that one. So if we put that somewhere there, cool, okay, something like that. And here we've got the perfect line now to get some foliage or fence or a wall. Not sure which one yet. Let's have a look. So we could have a hedge, a simple hedge going across that front, and that would make a lot more sense because this is a bit of an environmental sort of area. So we could do that with some flowers at the front, perhaps. What else have we got? I think it was called this, wasn't it? So maybe something like these scattered across. What's the? That's a bit small. It's too big. That's huge. Clusters. I think it was this one which looked pretty decent when I was testing bits out. So if we go to that, put the fence on. We knock that together. Bring this all the way across to about there. Something like that. Pretty good. And then we'll do the same as well across these bits. Just to close the car park off a bit. And then down there and finish off in that corner. If we close this off down here as well, we'll just bring that road in to finish that off there. Right, okay, so let's get a bit of shape now. So what's everyone been up to today? Do we want that? I'll leave that. So if we find some flowers perhaps. sure which sort though. Just want something just to cover up this area here at the front. Take over the world. How's that going, Crumbs? How much of the world is now yours? A tree holder. To be fair, Crumbs, taking over the world is pretty much playing City Skylines. You are controlling your own world in a sense. Okay, I'm just thinking some of these now then. Just put these along here. Group them up a little bit like that. Okay, something like that. Just to make things look a little bit more colourful. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll change this up a bit. And then just add a few random ones across it. I know it's not going to look as random as we probably should make it, but adds a little bit more of a different texture in there, doesn't it? Let's have a look at that. Oh, that's cool. Tree holders, yeah. That'd be quite a good one to add into my collection, actually. Has that literally just come out today? I normally look at all the new stuff that comes out, and I thought I already did today. Guess I missed that one. Let's get some grass in here as well. Just a little layer by the bush. Just add a little more depth that way then. We have a small one as well. Oh, it's because I've got that one, isn't it? Okay, that's too big anyway. Fine cluster. Okay, anyway, let's leave that bit there. So we've got the building in. We've got the car parks. You have to delete some assets when you're loading. It says 2,782. Well, I spent a lot of time pretty much starting again before the mass transit update came in. I pretty much decided to start afresh, so I deleted, well, I took away all my mods and assets and pretty much started again. This is also in preparation for my new project as well. I didn't want to be bunged down. I probably had about 3 to 4k beforehand, and now I've got, you know, probably 2,000 or so, if that. And the game the game runs the same. It's just it loads so much quicker now. It's definitely worthwhile narrowing down your assets. Right, so we've got a car park here. We can do the same here as well. So let's go to roads. Bring this one in here. small little car park area here. Crumbs, how many assets have you got to load up? So these would be pretty cool to have, because it is that sort of a industrial area, and I think we probably will put some of these in, but not sure which ones. I think these are a little bit overkill. So it's more likely to be a unmanned one, and you kind of pull up to it and put a pin code in or something, or you speak to a black box and they tell you, well, you tell them why you're there. So I think guessing that one. Never work out which way. Two different collections. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, I've got different collections now. It's a lot better, and at least you can unsubscribe to them all and resubscribe depending on what build you're doing. Just makes life a little bit easier that way. Oh, hey Lost Gecko, how you doing, man? Good to see you pop by. We're gonna have to start using all your bits now, aren't I? Let's do something like that. Yeah, so around 2000 seems to be the best limitations really before you start feeling a lot of problems. Well, not really problems, but you know. You're leaving if you don't. Okay, well let's put lots of these Lost Gecko bits down, shall we? What can we put down first? To be fair, I actually like these timber guardrails, and I have actually got a cycle path that goes around the whole lot. I'm thinking that would actually be pretty cool to have just around it. In fact, let's do that now. Otherwise I'll lose Lost Gecko, and I can't lose him. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate that. I do like these. I'm guessing it's probably meant to be the other way around though, isn't it? It's annoying. It's okay, Gecko. You know I like your stuff. Huge fan of your work. Is this meant to be the other way around, Gecko? I'm guessing it is, isn't it? Which will be very annoying, but let's get rid of that. In which case, we have to start from this end. So. And then we can put the little one here into the ground. I like this as well. This little end piece is really cool. There's not many people have done done props that think really well, a lot into the detail of actually closing off such things like this. I mean, fences are a bit more difficult, I guess, to close off, but yeah, I really do like this. And to be fair, it's the perfect thing to have next to the river, which has dried itself out. So let's fill that back up quickly. The more you have, the more you have, the better. Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's just the more we have, the more we suffer. But we suffer with a smile on our face, I guess. I do hate the water in this game. Oh, I know why. Yeah, skaters will love that. That's one hell of a long grinding post, isn't it? Alright, let's quickly play the game and see if this water's going to act friendly to me. So the weird thing is I've got this up to here, as you can see, but it still doesn't get to that level. But then if we go and overfill it, it still doesn't reach the top. I know we could put one of these in, but let's just leave that be for now. Oh, let's get in there actually. Anyway, alright. Okay, I'm going to move away from this and get back into the car parking now that Lost Gecko is going to be happy that we put down one of his assets. I'll put down some of his court blocks actually, because they do look pretty cool in this car park area. I'm sure everyone else, especially Crumbs, I know he's going to be definitely happy with this as well, but these concrete retraining walls are absolutely amazing. Again, they've been game changers for this this game, and I may end up using some over here. Started to, I think. Yeah, put something over here perhaps to cover up these bits, but anyway. Oh, that's filled up alright. Alright, let's get these car parking bits done anyway. Parking. No, it wasn't, was it? It was car park. I've learned that you should use water spawners, then lower the level. Yeah, I do that normally, Crumbs. But when I started building this it actually works better doing it that way, and for some reason now doesn't want to. So yeah, we'll give that another try a bit later on. I'm not too fussed about that for now. But what I am fussed about is getting this car park sorted. Yeah, I don't think you disagree with that, Crumbs. Right, so let's put one there and one there for now. And we can then use one of the best mods in the game and get this down. There. Okay, let's give this a swing round. Somewhere like that. I'm guessing we could keep the little car park over here, couldn't we? Like staff parking. Well, I'll say it's all staff parking, isn't it, really? Lost Gecko is definitely worthy of the fame and the fortune of City Skylines modders. Completely. I think the first prop I saw you build was probably that church actually. I had seen your stuff before, but one of the churches you'd done I just saw and I was like, wow, that is some workmanship. Yeah, Gecko's always been famous. He's got his mansion and everything he has. Looking down on us peasants. Okay. So the front of the building's here. So the car park's around the back. We could perhaps put another. Well, whether you update it or not, you update it in a great way. Just fill in some pathways across as well. I'm guessing we got any bike sheds. Don't think I did any in the end, did I? No, we'll have to get those at a later date. But I think I'm going to add a bit more around here for car parking, because that is a pretty big building, and this one here is actually smaller and got a lot more parking, so we'll do a bit more parking here. So if we can get a road from here, if it's going to let us. If we do something like that, and then that. Actually, could we? If we do that, can we? No, actually, that's not going to work, is it? Well, I wasn't too sure actually, Gecko, because it was just a project I was working on for a little while. I started this probably about a month ago and just not got around to finishing it. So whether it'll be a Let's Detail series release or just a standard release, I'm not sure. I probably will bung it in there because we are detailing. But yeah, it's a bit of a random one actually. It's not actually, wasn't the next planned video for Let's Detail, but I wanted to do something on stream that was more constructive, and I was thinking, because when I do my builds it does take a little bit of time before actually things happen, so at least with this I'm straight into detailing to actually make the stream half decent. Okay, let's get some more of these car parking bits down. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure what people think of the new series. I mean, it's more of a... I was just trying to create it more of an inspirational series to let people, see what I'm building, see how I'm building it, making the collection packs, and just helping people out, especially new people, to detailing. Let's just whack this one in this corner here. And then pick this one back up if we can get it. See, Crumbs, I do feel your pain when you're trying to pick stuff up with the movement mod. It does get rather annoying at times. Oh, bum. Thought I was going to do it the other way around. Okay, never mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, we have got some smaller ones. So these are like, these ones can pretend to be the boss's parking area. Did I ask anything to Lost Gecko? I could pretend I did. I think you answered my last question about the church. Alright, let's do something like that. So we've got the car park here, in you come, round, 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 round. Boss's parking space is right by the front door. Something like that. Now let's get some hedges around it. Gecko, there's always stuff I want to ask you. Normally it's requests for new builds, new props and assets, but I won't ask any more for the time. I'll let you have the evening off. So out of interest, how many people are watching stroke listening to this stream whilst playing? With City Skylines, that is. I'm not some sort of perv. Which one was it? I think it was it this one? No. I was saying that we could have some small ones here. Break things up a little bit. But we'll do the small ones around here. Yeah, I'm the same, Gecko. I tend to have Twitch running in the background, and whilst I'm building, it's on the second screen, and this makes things a little bit more enjoyable. Cool, that's excellent. Something like that. You just finished? Okay, well that was good timing then. Was that playing ready for the next video? Was that a video recording or just a mess around? You can get second screens for laptops. Just get a HDMI cable, bang, job done. Or use your second screen, unless your laptop obviously doesn't have it, but use your second screen as your sort of home TV or something. You have 3 different sets of medieval walls. I thought Lost Gecko done medieval walls as well, didn't you, Gecko? Definitely used yours before, I think, in one of my castle builds. Yeah, that's annoying. That's the downside, isn't it, Crumbs? Like having to, getting videos out on a regular basis. You don't want to lose quality over speed in this situation. It does sometimes take a little bit of time to get videos together, because it's the whole point. You've got to build the props first, not props. You've got to build your design first, and then you've got to record it, and you've got to do all the editing and that. takes a bit of time. Let's get this over here. I do love this. Such a cool little feature. I was going to do different. I might carry that theme of that bush for actually. I do enjoy the video editing and sort of voiceovers and finding the music, etc. But it does sometimes get a little bit tedious. Not tedious, I guess. Sometimes it's you just want to play the game more, and, you know, if it was easier to just get the videos out quicker, but I guess that's all part of the YouTube scenario, really. Okay, so what I'm going to do, there is actually, guys, if someone can try this for me, I did do a command. If someone can type !save, I think it is, hopefully it works. If it doesn't, I'm going to look like a fool. Okay, it didn't work, did it? Oh, it's because my bot's not even in here. Okay, well, it was meant to tell me to save the game, but for some reason my bot hasn't decided to join. Oh, actually, has it done it now? Oh, I think the bot's finally decided to arrive. Right, try again. It should work now. If it doesn't work second time, I'm going to pretend I didn't ask the question and we'll carry on. But the pug bot is here, so it should now work. Right, okay. There we go. Fight the break of dawn, come tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone, sing tonight. Just one of my quirky little additions. Alright, what's the date? 406. Right, okay, so we can put some flowers and stuff in these bits here. That's simple enough to do. And the thing is, because this is pretty much identical, I can probably just copy and paste each one of these I do and do that. I don't know, I've never done an autosave. No reason why I haven't. I just never really bothered with it. I've always just kind of saved it regularly anyway. suppose I probably should do an auto save, but then sometimes there's times when you don't want to save it, so. A helpful moobot. What's a helpful moobot do? I'd rather give you guys the responsibility to tell me when to save it rather than a bot. But anyway, hey Pete, how you doing? Long time no see. Did it crash your game? Did it, Crumbs? Okay, well I won't be doing that one. I'm going to save it again. I've just saved it because it's you. I will save it one more time. Just because it's you. Oh yeah, I do have a bot, but I thought you meant that this bot told you to save. Thanks to follow, White. Welcome to the doghouse. Enjoy, Pete. Good for. Oh, thanks for popping in. I'll catch you soon. So yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say is because these are pretty much identical in terms of the build themselves, I can pretty much just copy and paste this section throughout these bits here and to save a bit of time. So if we heavily detail this. Well, not heavily, but if we detail this enough, we can then pretty much save ourselves a lot of time. That's a bit silly, doesn't it? Let's move this road in, like so. Gecko, he's like, why? Down here we can have some flowers. Clusters, what's this? What's the difference between those two? Okay, a bit more framey. Just put some of these down here. Save a bit of time. These ones with a bit more flowers. Not sure what this song is, so I'll just put some random bits on. Do something like that. It's got some flowers we can put in as well. Can we see those through or not? Is there much point? No, we'll leave those. Definitely get a few bushes in there though. But darker ones as well to contrast the two colours. Excuse me, hay fever. Okay, so less is actually sometimes better if you've got a few little dirt bits around here as well. Got a few little bits here just to break up the colours. Like that. we've got that in. That's okay. So what else do you think, guys? What else should we put in these little bits? What do you think? Probably a light. Didn't know I had all these. Saying I didn't really finish this, did I? They should be on top of each other. Actually, no, they shouldn't. Because otherwise you can't drive in there, can you? Don't think of that. Okay, I've got an idea. I think we can pull this off. Right, something like that. And then we don't want to use these ones, because I've realised they don't work, do they? So what we'll do is we'll go back to car park, and can we, what do these ones look like? No, I know what I want to do. We will go for these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get this on again. We'll copy that one to there. That one to there. We'll do another one to about here. And then we'll go bang, 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 copy. So at the moment this is the wrong way around. So if we flip it like this, put it somewhere around, actually, is this going to work? I have to change that bush, but put it there. That's going to make a lot more sense. Do the same there. Then obviously delete that one. Move this into the corner. And turn that around. Paste. Okay. So we might be able to fit something else in the middle, but I'm not sure. We might leave it like that. So this one's here for the lorries as well. So they're going to come in. Obviously now I need to delete these bits. Like that. Something like that. So look, let's see if we can fit another bit in the middle here. It's a bit tighter than that first. Fit another one in. We'll just leave it all. Do something like that. I think that looks alright. one. Bring this up here. Some grass here, I think. And then I'll chuck some trees here as well. I think, guys, it's probably going to be the end of this stream, as I need to do a few things. I need to sort the dog out and make myself some dinner. Let's finish this bit first. What tree can we put in here? I do like the texture of these ones. I do want to put a few trees all the way down here as well. Which ones though is the question. I do like these. It's either these or the more, I think these ones. Something like that. Yeah, 7. I'm going to just end it in about 5 minutes. You know what I'm like. I always get carried away. You did, I'm afraid. I may do another stream Thursday evening. So if you're about, or Thursday, maybe Tuesday evening actually. I might be able to do one Tuesday evening. But keep an eye out. I know you will, 7. You'll be watching on Twitch anyway, so if you keep an eye out on my Twitter and Facebook, etc., I'll update you when I'm going next stream. But probably I'll try and do one either Tuesday or Thursday. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Gecko, of course it's the end of the world. If I'm ending the stream, then what's people going to be doing? And 7 is the ultimate City Skylines fan, so he needs something to do, and I'm hoping there's other people on here that he'll watch, but I do greatly appreciate the fact he decided to watch me for these 2 hours. So, on that note, guys, thank you all for your time. If you haven't already, check out my YouTube channel, and I hope you all have a good evening. Thanks for watching this video. So yeah, I'll probably finish this video Tuesday or Thursday, but it'll be out before sort of the weekend. Probably be my next main video for this week. So if you want to join me completing this, give me a follow on Twitch, and I'll speak to you all then. Catch you later, guys. Peace.